Okay, let's try that again. Now, I just had to make sure my children were alive outside and I didn't see one of them, and it made me nervous. So I'm back. And so if you were on the other part of my video, I apologize for repeating part of myself now. But today I wanted to talk to you about how you can stop the feeling of overwhelm without getting off your butt, because I used to do this in my car for 5 to 10 minutes, usually 10 minutes, before I went into my job. I used to sit in my car in the parking lot, and it was not a very big parking lot. Like, people who I worked with would walk by my car and I'd be like, and they knew I was not coming into work yet. So if you're new here, my name is Gwen, and I love helping women find their voice, discover their passions and what they're designed to do, and then leading into life with those things, creating careers around it, and having fun, feeling grateful, creating opportunities, all the things. And I want to share with you today a little teeny tiny tips that helped me get through the overwhelm before work. So I used to sit in my car in the parking lot of my job for 5 to 10 minutes before work every single day. And exactly at 7:59 on the dot, I would open up my car and I would head into work. I had decided, like I had told myself, that there was no way that I was allowing the stress to overwhelm me for any more time than I was getting paid for. Like, I only got paid from 8 a.m. on, and so I was going to step inside that door at 8 a.m. I disliked the fake conversations at my job, like the fake conversation of my boss pretending that he had some sort of care in my life, right? The general chit chat that just didn't feel genuine to me. I just wanted to head into my job, do my job, which I did well, and then go home. I didn't want to fake and, have any of that stuff in the middle. But the hard part about my job is that it was very stressful on me. And I don't have to go into details. I'm sure you guys can relate with a stressful job. Like, if you've been there before, you know what it feels like to have a stressful job and not want to go into work and literally count down the hours until you get to go home. So I learned to do a few things in my car to prepare myself for the day. And I realized that making them a habit every single day helped me change the way that I approached many situations, many stressful situations in my life. So I want to share with you guys. So if you are in any stressful situation, or maybe you dislike going into your job and you need a couple of ways that you can start your day off knowing that you are in control, here are the things that help me. Now, the first one's going to sound super silly, and that is to drink water. So have your water, the cups that have like the timelines on them. If you're not good at drinking water, the cups that have the timelines, like by 7 a.m. you should have had this much, by whatever, 8 a.m. you should have had this much. If you are not good at drinking water, then you need one of those cups. And I think that it has, I think they have all sorts of different sizes, 32 ounces, however big you want them. Get one that you like, that you're going to use, okay, and drink your water. Now, it sounds ridiculous that this was one of my steps that I included in my daily habits, but our bodies are made up of 60% water. And water helps us to form saliva, which also helps us to digest better. And if you know me and you've listened to me talk before, you know that I have this extreme passion, which is a little bit weird, about gut health, because our gut is actually our brain. Like 75 to 80% of our immune system is housed in our gut. So if we take care of how we digest our food and we take care of how our gut health is, then our brain functions a million times better. Does anyone else get nervous tummy or stressful tummy, right? Like, those are the things that I would experience. When I'm stressed, it's always in my gut. So if I take care of my gut and I'm hydrated first, it helps. Water also helps us regulate our body temperature. I get nervous, I get stressed, I sweat. So less sweaty armpits by drinking my water, which was just a plus for everybody involved in the situation, okay? And lastly, water helps to flush toxins out of our body. And yes, I'm not just talking about toxins like in products. I'm talking about emotions as toxins in our body. Stress is very toxic to our body. So our water helps to flush out the toxins and then deliver oxygen all over our body which again, gut and head meets in the middle. It connects. We have more oxygen flowing. We can think better. We can think clearer. We can control our feeling of overwhelm. So the first one is drink water. Okay. I hope by now that you've learned to keep your favorite essential oil in your pocket, in your purse, in your car. Maybe you have one everywhere. You've got to have at least one essential oil that is your favorite. Mine is Believe. And if you haven't dropped Believe on your head, this is like, listen, my Believe oil is downstairs. It's in the bathroom. And every morning I take a Believe shower. And it literally is just a couple of drops of Believe on the top of my head. You have to keep your oils with you at all times because you're going to need to call on them. Did you know that you can benefit from aromatherapy without a physical diffuser, right? You don't have to plug in a diffuser. It literally is the simplest way. I'm going to teach you right now. You're going to take your favorite essential oil, and maybe that happens to be Valor because this one just happens to be right here and it's pretty, it's purple. A drop or two in your hand, literally rub it together, cup your hands over your face. Breathe in and out 5 or 6 times. Watch what happens to your shoulders, what happens to your general feeling of your body, because I guarantee you it will be a good thing. Okay, so keep your favorite essential oils in your car and do that every morning. The next thing is sticky notes. I wish I could show you a picture of my computer right now, but I literally have sticky notes everywhere. And I used to write myself a note and stick it in my car. Now, one place that I like to put this is on the visor because I would check my face before I went into work, right? So if I put a sticky note on the visor, then I see it every single time I go into work. I want you to take one good last look at yourself before you head into work. And then you're reminded on your sticky note, maybe you is smart. You is kind. You is important. It's like my favorite one from that movie, which I can't remember the name of right now, but it's so important. And I've even started doing this with my kids. My kids are 6 and almost 4. I have started to put them to bed at night and tell each of them 3 things that they are. You know, I'll tell them like, you are smart and you are kind and you are important and you are, you know, whatever. I will tell them 3 things that I truly honestly believe about them, and they love it, and I love it. No matter how hard the day has been, it allows me to connect with them before they go to sleep. And they feel good and I feel good, and that's a win. So write yourself down and a positive affirmation, stick it in your car. It could say like, you are the bomb. It doesn't matter what it says, whatever makes you feel good when you read it and like lightens your heart a little bit, stick that sticky note somewhere. Okay, that's number 3. Sticky notes are life. Number 4, speaking of mirrors, a good lipstick will make you feel like $1 bajillion. So I recommend throwing on a good lipstick. Kind of sucks with the mask these days, but who cares? Put them on anyway, and you strut your beautiful self into the office because you will feel like $1 million at 7:59. Okay? Okay. Number 5 is priming. This is the last one. You may recognize this term from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins uses priming every single day to start his day. He teaches it. He practices it. And priming actually has this long-lasting, powerful effect on your body and your mind throughout the day. On my blog, I've linked a link where you can read more about priming, but let me give you the cliff notes on it and 5 simple things that are involved in priming. And this is what you can do in your car. Literally, I have not moved from my butt in my car and done all these things, okay? The first thing is you're going to sit, which you're already doing, bonus, feet flat on the floor, shoulders back, back straight, head held high. Start with that. Easy peasy. The next thing you're going to do is perform 3 sets of 30 breaths with a pause in between each set. This gives your body a chance to check in, right? As you're counting your breaths and you're sitting tall and your feet are on the floor, you're checking in with how powerful your breath is. You're doing that 3 times with a pause in between each one. Then you're going to place your hands on your heart. This is called heart breathing. And you're just going to breathe for another 30 count. And again, you're going to feel physically how powerful your heart is and what it's doing for you. So stay here for 30 breaths, okay? When you finish, or even as you're going through that, I want you to take 3 things in your mind. Find 3 things that you can think of in the moment that you are grateful for. And it doesn't matter what they are, you guys. You don't have to spend a ton of time searching for it. It literally are the first 3 things that pop into your mind. You're grateful for your kids. I'm grateful for the lunch that I get to bring with me. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my paycheck. Whatever it is, you're grateful for 3 things, find them and think about them while you're breathing. And then I want you to visualize your day. So once you've finished your heart breathing, I want you to visualize your day. And this can be interpreted however you want to interpret it. You could just visualize your day as light literally coming through your head, moving through your whole body, filling up all of your parts, and then leaving through your feet. And you can envision that over and over and over again. And that's all that you visualize. And if that equals you having a great day, then that is beautiful. You can also visualize yourself. We used to have to do this in gymnastics. My coach would make us sit down. First of all, we had to watch Rocky. Okay? The beach scene, we had to watch Rocky. Then he would make us sit down, close our eyes, visualize our routine on every single piece of equipment. So bars, beam, floor, and vault. We had to visualize our routine with our eyes closed over and over and over again until our routine was perfect and we didn't fall and we didn't make any mistakes. So can you visualize your day? Literally visualize yourself walking into the office, going upstairs, sitting down at your desk, having your cup of coffee, seeing your first patient. This is what I did. Having good conversations that feel good. And then packing up and leaving and going home without any stress. Can you visualize that happening? Do that a couple times, right? You do you. You visualize what you need to visualize. Now, next step is to share your energy with others. You have now bottled up all this energy that you can share. You have excess you can share. Share it out with the other people who need it. You don't even need to think of someone specifically, but if you do, that's great. Just visualize yourself sharing that energy out to the other people who need it. And then think of 3 outcomes that you want to achieve today in the day that you visualize, right? In the day that you sit there in prime. 3 outcomes or goals that you want to achieve. And again, no judgment, no prerequisites. Like, you pick your goals. They can be small. If you're doing oranges and Skittles, like I do on my note card, you have your oranges and your Skittles. Well, your oranges are your goals. Those are 3 things that you want to achieve today. You could think of those 3 things. Think of 3 things that would make your day great and that would help you achieve the goals that you are working on. And maybe that goal is to have a day without stress, right? Now it's 7:59, you get out of your car and you walk into your job. And now I realize that might look a little bit different these days, but I'm hoping that we return back to that soon because I truly, honestly believe that we need physical connection and human connection more than we can over the computer. But if your job is online, you can still do these things and then be ready to open up your laptop at 7:59 and get to work. Get to work, not physically, but here, right? I hope that helps. If you guys are liking that and you want any more of that, those helpful tips, I've got a whole blog post about it. And then I've also got a program, a challenge for you. It's free. It's not a program, it's a challenge. It's 7 days to get what you want. 7 days to get what you want. It's over on my website. I'll put a link in the comments below you guys can click on and do for yourself. And I would love to see you in our community where we have other women learning from each other, doing these tips, sharing what's working, and just putting their foot down on the life that they desire. And they're just making it happen. So if you want to be a part of that, I would welcome you. I love you guys. I hope these are helpful tips. I hope you have a great Monday. I will talk to you soon.